Alright, sorry everyone for not putting out a video last week. I tore down I took my Chaeto reactor out of my sump, and when I went to take the Chaeto out and put it in the refugium of the sump, I noticed the Chaeto was dying. It's breaking apart, and I thought, I could just grab it, put it in the sump, and it'd probably come back. But when I grabbed it, it was liquefying. So it's like, well, that's done. That's dead. Now, since it's dried out, I can grab it again, but I'm pretty sure since it's dried out, it's dead or close enough that it'll just rot in my tank and cause more troubles. And I think the reason why it did that was because I've been using carbon dosing, and I think the carbon dosing is doing more than adequate enough job as it is right now. I want to get a refugium up again, which means if I can get away with that little of sugar in my tank, as I said, just 1 teaspoon of sugar in my tank, then that probably means I can get away with a much larger bio load, especially if I can get the refugium in on it again. But anyways, the reason why I was wanting to make this video is because I was going to do somewhat of an unboxing video. Now, during Memorial Day, I was waiting for, the BRS Memorial Day sale. Because, they have a site-wide 10% off. So, if you can wait until the holiday and then buy stuff from, Bulk Rate Supply or even Marine Depot. Because they always have some type of sale going on around a holiday. Now, let's kind of go ahead and get in here. Now, I haven't installed my light for my refugium yet. I got some new fish coming in that my LFS is just kind of want to sit on and watch and see how they're doing first before he thinks about selling them to me. I had my address on it. Now, the box came in really banged up, so I'm hoping nothing got too damaged. I need to invest in a tripod. And not an expensive one, but maybe like a $10 one. This is once again advertising Magna again. Oh wait, that's been around 30 years. Whew. Alright, let's see what I got. Oop, here we go. That's what I was wanting. A DKH Hannah checker. Been wanting one of those since I heard about them even coming out. Since I even heard of them. Got a pressure gauge. That's for my RODI system outside. I have a booster pump I wanted to connect, but I didn't want to hook it up until I had one of these. So I didn't put too much pressure on the RODI system and break it, because they don't recommend going above I think 90. So I'll probably go up to 80 at the. I'll probably go up to 80 at the most, so I can get the maximum amount of pressure. Also, here's some stuff where they're advertising their 2-part. Wish that was a coupon. Oh well. And of course, then they're advertising the Neptune products, which I didn't want to get in the beginning. Was on the fence about. However, I think it's now to the point of not if I'll get a Neptune Apex, but when. And the sad part is I kind of like keeping my tank super simple. I have 2 timers. That's the most complex my tank is. I kind of don't like the idea of making it any more complex than it should be, because there's people who, when they get into this hobby, they want to keep things as cheap as possible. Here's some carbon. I was using Chemi Pure Blue. However, that's like $30 for two packs of them, and that's what I need for my reef tank. And I got to replace them at least every 3 months, or at most. You know, I'm trying to say, at 3 months I got to replace them, otherwise, doesn't look as good as it should. So I have some carbon. So instead of getting chemical fuel, I use carbon and GFO. You know, for some reason, whenever I heard GFO, I wasn't thinking of granule ferric oxide. For some reason, I think get the F out. Sorry for being a little inappropriate, but I can never help but laugh at that. Order invoice. I don't think you guys want to see that, or I don't want you to see that. Not that I don't trust you, but there are trolls out there, and there are people that once they get a hold of someone's address, they just do terrible, mean things to them. Now, if you watched a couple of my previous videos, you probably already got a good idea what this probably is. Of course. Now, I did about a month of researching before I picked this. Once again, I need to get a tripod. But here it is. A BRS reactor. Looks like that just is a swivel. Okay, that swivels too. That's good. Yeah, sorry for the shoddy camera work. I have to watch a few videos to make sure I know how to set this up correctly. It isn't hard, but I just like to be thorough. Because for some reason, Murphy's Law likes to apply itself insanely heavy for me. Oh good, look at this. A tool for, allows you to open the canisters. Now that, if you have an RODI system that uses the same type of canisters as well, extra RODI tool too. Thank you. The valves and such for this thing, as well as the instructions. Now, I was going to buy the version of it that came with the pump. However, there was a lot of people complaining that the pump was just a little underpowered. In some cases, a lot of underpowered. Alright, sorry about that, everyone. Had a family friend come over. They just wanted to stop and say hi. Of course, dogs are all going nuts. But as I said, this is supposed to come with, you can order it with a pump. However, a lot of people were saying the pump was underpowered. So I went ahead and I didn't like the pump they were supplying. Like it's supposed to be a little underpowered. I just didn't want to pay that price for one simple pump. Especially when there's a pump on Amazon that gets the same rating as the one they were recommending for it. And it's a Kedson pump. This is just a little bit more powerful. It's supposed to be, as I said, a little bit more powerful. And it's a lot less, in my estimation. So, I'm going to have to figure out how much GF I'm going to need, because I don't want to put in too much and accidentally strip the tank. So what I might do is, sorry for the ands and the uhs. Well, what I'm thinking about doing is, I'm having a brain fart. Give me a minute. Is I'm going to start checking my phosphate a little bit more regularly. See where it's at, and then put a little bit in. If you guys got a good recommendation, let me know. Alright, hopefully next week I'll have a video for you guys. Also, I just had a power outage this morning. And look at the mess. Fortunately, it's not too bad. It's all the sump itself, so it'll go away. But I said, look at that. And of course, my Jabao power heads are all messed up. So I'm going to have to play with those a little bit and get them back in working order.